The term passive income sure gets thrown around a lot these days. From multi-level marketing schemes to starting small businesses, many things claim to be passive income but don't quite fit the bill. So, what is passive income? Why should pastors create their own passive income streams? And what are some of the best ways pastors can create passive income? We'll talk about all of these things in this episode of the More Than a Pastor Show. Let's get started. Hello, my friend. Welcome to the More Than a Pastor Show. I'm Rich Avery, your host. This is the show where we help pastors, missionaries, and other ministry leaders to grow your income and build financial security. We'll help you take your skills, experience, and ministry know-how and leverage them into sustainable income outside the church through a business or a side hustle that's right for you, so you can serve God and provide for your family no matter what. Hey, thanks for joining me today. It's great to see you. Glad for the time we can spend together with each episode. But hey, if you're new to the show, you can learn more about me, get the show notes for today's episode, and download some free resources to help you grow your income and build financial security. You'll find those all over at my website at morethanapastor.com/78 for episode 78. Hey, before we dive into today's topic on passive income, I want to give a shout out to a fan of the show named John. John, you know who you are. And John bought me a coffee this week in support of the show. John sent a note along with the support, and he said, I love the content you're creating with More Than a Pastor. Hey, John, thanks so much for your support. It really means the world to me. And if you'd like to join John in supporting the show and saying thanks for the content we're creating here at More Than a Pastor, you can go to morethanapastor.com/support. Again, that's morethanapastor.com/support. That'll take you to our support page, and you'll find our crowdfunding site called Buy Me a Coffee. You can give $5 to buy me one coffee, $10 for two. You get the idea. Hey, we appreciate whatever love you send our way, and we want to send it right back to you as well. Thank you so much for being a part of the show and being a part of the family here at More Than a Pastor. Well, our topic today is passive income. It sounds like passive income is the buzzword on everyone's lips these days. From multi-level marketing pitches to small business ventures, plenty of things are labeled as passive income, but not all of them really qualify. So what exactly is passive income? Why is it important for pastors to develop our own passive income streams? And what are some of the best ways that pastors can create passive income today? Well, first, let's understand what passive income is. To truly understand that, I think it's helpful to break down the words passive and income. Passive refers to something that happens without active involvement or continuous effort. Income is money earned from work, investments, or business activities. So you combine these two together, and passive income means earning money with little or no ongoing effort after an initial setup or investment is made. So once you've built the income stream, it continues generating cash flow, whether you're actively working it or not. Next, let's talk about the two stages of passive income. Passive income might sound effortless, but really the reality is it's quite different. There are two key stages to earning passive income, and both require a certain amount of effort. Stage one is what I call the hustle phase. Creating passive income is a lot like planting a fruit tree, and I know because I grew up on a fruit farm. Much of the effort is front-loaded, with the reward coming at the end. You dig a hole, you plant the seed or the seedling, you fertilize it, you water it, and you wait and wait and wait for it to grow. And then at some point later, it could be weeks or months later, in the case of fruit trees, it's years later, when you're finally able to enjoy the fruit of all your labor. And not just one time, but you can enjoy it then season after season after season. For example, if you launch an online course, you've got to brainstorm it. You've got to do the research. You've got to write it. You've got to edit it. You've got to record it, publish it, and then you got to market your course before you finally launch it and get your first customer. This process could take weeks or months of effort to build your stream of income before you see any income from it. But all that work you put into it starts to build momentum, leading to the eventual payoff. Or maybe you want to get started in rental property. You've got to do a little research to decide which area of town you want to own a rental house, and then you've got to look for houses in that area that are for sale. And sometimes it can take you weeks or months to find the right deal that you want, to get the house that you want, and decide, do you want a house that requires no effort to turn around and rent it, or do you want to get a fixer-upper and put a whole bunch of work into it? Maybe it'll take some time for remodeling or repairs or painting or other improvements before you can rent that house out. And you might decide to do that work yourself, which in my case, owning rental property, it always took me a lot longer than if I would have paid someone else to do it. Or maybe you want to find a contractor to do the work for you. And then you have to market the house, screen prospective tenants, and then finally get your first tenant to move in. Stage 2 is the payoff phase. Once your passive income stream is up and running, it's much more hands-off, but it still requires effort from time to time, just like our fruit tree needs occasional fertilizing and watering to stay healthy and continue to produce fruit. So that course you decided to create and you worked so hard on, well, now it's set up to start earning you money 24/7, 365, but it still requires consistent promotion, along with a little customer service from time to time. Or that rental house you invested in, now you're getting rent payments every month from your tenant, hopefully, but you still have to go and sometimes you have to go and collect it in person, or you might have to make a repair or do some painting from time to time. Or maybe after a year or two, your tenant moves out and you've got to do some cleaning, painting, or some renovations. And then, of course, you've got to do the marketing to find another tenant to move in. So passive income isn't 100% passive, and it's not 100% about the income that it generates for you right now. Passive income is about creating streams of income that can generate consistent cash flow for years to come. Passive income is about having something that's scalable, meaning that it can build upon itself over time. So maybe you've developed a course, and then you do a second course and another course. Or maybe you had one rental house, and then over time you can get a second rental house and a third rental house. So it's scalable. It builds upon itself over time. And lastly, it requires minimal effort. Yes, there's some work to get it going, but it doesn't require as much effort to maintain it long term. Let's talk for a minute about what passive income is not. Passive income is not trading hours for dollars. In a traditional job or in certain businesses or side hustles, you wouldn't consider those passive income because the income stops when you stop working. So you've got to be continually doing the work to generate the income. So passive income is not about trading hours for dollars. Passive income is also not MLM or multi-level marketing. Some people say that multi-level marketing is passive income, but in reality, they often require constant recruitment or sales in order to sustain the income. Passive income is also not get rich quick. In fact, the opposite is true. For most passive income ventures, they're actually get rich slowly. In reality, what many label as passive income usually requires significant upfront effort, continuous oversight, and regular adjustments. Next, let me talk about why passive income matters for pastors. One of my goals here at More Than a Pastor is to help pastors to grow your income and build financial security. And one of the keys to building financial security, I think, is to acquire or create assets that generate streams of passive income. When I was a young pastor, an older man from my church named Henry shared a little financial advice to me. And this advice has stuck with me for more than 25 years now. Henry said, "Rich, if you want to build financial security for your family, you've got to find ways for other people to be sending you money every month." Henry was an electrician, and he built a successful electrical business. And he and his wife had become very wealthy and extremely generous givers. But I learned that Henry's wealth didn't come so much from the profits from his business. It came from how he invested a portion of those profits into rental property. He had a number of people sending him rent payments each and every month. Here are 4 reasons why passive income is so powerful for pastors. Number 1, financial freedom. Passive income enables you to make money even when you're not actively working in that business. You can create income 24/7, 365. Number 2, time flexibility. With passive income, you can prioritize your time around all the things that matter most to you, your family, your friends, ministry opportunities, whatever it might be. Number 3, wealth growth. Passive income has a compounding effect. It steadily grows over time, and it snowballs and can create significant increases to your net worth. Number 4, passive income creates a lasting legacy. By building passive income streams, you create a foundation of wealth that can provide ongoing financial support for your family and for future generations. So what are some proven ways to generate passive income? Well, I've identified 9 of the best ways for pastors to create passive income. Here they are. Number 1, you can turn your sermons into books. Hey, we just had Danny Davis on the podcast a few episodes ago, and Danny has built his own platform as a self-published author. He's published a number of different books based on his sermons, and they are beginning to generate a steady stream of income for him. You can do the same. You can publish your sermons as books or ebooks. You can use platforms like Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. Those online platforms make it so easy today to publish your books and to earn royalties with little ongoing effort. Number 2, blogging and content creation. You can share your expertise, any passion areas you might have, or a message that God's given you through a blog. You can monetize through ads, through sponsored content, or affiliate marketing. Number 3, podcasting. Along with writing and blogging, you can start a podcast and earn sponsorships, listener support, or you can repurpose content into other streams of income. So let's say you do all 3. Maybe you take your sermons and you write a book. You can blog on those sermons as well. You can create podcasts from those sermons. You can have a whole ecosystem as a self-published author through your writing, through the blog, through the podcast, and it could be a nice way to generate passive income. You do that work up front, and it continues to generate income for you over time. Number 4, real estate investments. You can buy rental properties to generate monthly cash flow. And again, this can snowball as you reinvest the profits into additional properties. You might do long-term rentals, like where you have tenants that live in rental homes that you own, or short-term rentals like Airbnbs or Vrbo, or you might even rent out storage space. That's a growing way that a lot of people are generating money today by finding some vacant land, putting up a storage facility, and renting out storage to other people. Number 5, coin-operated machines. You can start a business with vending machines or ATMs or video games, maybe even have your own arcade. As a kid who grew up in the 70s and 80s, I would love to have my own video arcade sometime. I think that would be really cool. Or you could open a car wash or a laundromat, anything like that where people are, well, the ATMs are not really using coins, but these coin-operated things are a great way to go. And even nowadays, people aren't even using coins. They're using their credit cards and swiping them to access the vending machine or the games. Number 6, online courses. You can create and sell courses based on your knowledge. And once the course is live, it can generate income without much additional work, as we've shared earlier. Number 7, membership sites. You can build a subscription-based online community offering exclusive content, resources, and coaching. Again, you can couple that with your blog, your podcast, and your books. Number 8, YouTube channel. You can create videos on niche topics. And once you meet the monetization criteria that YouTube has established, you can begin earning ad revenue and sponsorships. I have a few friends who are making significant income from YouTube. They have created videos and on a consistent basis, and some of them have gone viral with tens of thousands of views, and they're starting to get $500 a month, $1,000 a month sometimes from these videos. Number 9, social lending. Lending money through peer-to-peer platforms like Prosper.com is one way you could earn interest on the repayments, and that can be a passive income source. Of course, you have to have the money to invest in something like that. But you can start with as little as like $25 or $50 on some of these platforms and begin to loan that money out, maybe get 5%, 6% interest on the money that you're loaning. And that's a lot more than what most banks are offering today. So how do you get started in earning passive income? Well, I think it comes down to three things. First, you have to adopt the right mindset. You need to recognize the potential of passive income and commit to building it. Number two, you got to choose the right opportunity. Focus on something that aligns with your skills and interests. From that list I shared a moment ago, maybe there are some things that interest you. Maybe there were things that are like, no, that's not for me. Well, pick one that does interest you. And then number three, take action. Just begin with one idea. Just start to build one stream of passive income and then grow from there. One of the problems I've had, one problem that many people have, is they try to do 2, 3, 4 things at once. And I don't know about, maybe that'll work for you, but for me, it doesn't seem to work very well. I really need to focus on one stream, get that one going and successful, and then move on to the next one. So in the end, passive income is not an overnight success story, but it is an overtime success story. Passive income is a powerful way to build financial freedom and security for you and your family over time. So whether you're a pastor looking to supplement your income or create sustainable income and to achieve financial independence someday, the opportunities are there for you to do it by creating passive income streams. Remember, the goal isn't just about making money for today. It's about creating consistent cash flow that can create income for a lifetime. It can provide the time and financial freedom that you desire and build a lasting legacy for your family and for future generations. So my question for you today is, what passive income stream are you interested in getting started? Or maybe you've already got one going. I would love to know about it. You can email me at rich@morethanapastor.com. Having a hard time deciding which passive income stream might be right for you? Reach out and let me know. I'd be glad to help you be able to figure out and discern which one might be right for you. Well, that's it for today's show. Thanks again for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And again, if you want to check out the blog post, show notes for this episode, you can find that at morethanapastor.com/78 for episode 78. Hey, I hope this episode's been helpful for you. If so, why don't you let me know? And why don't you share it with someone else as well and let them know how it impacted you? Or maybe you know of someone that's been thinking about creating passive income. They know they need to do something, but not sure what. Hey, share this episode with them. I think it'll be a blessing for them, and it helps us spread the word as well. We'd really appreciate it. Until next time, remember that you are more than a pastor. Saying yes to God's call doesn't mean you have to say yes to feeling stuck, broke, or unfulfilled in your life and ministry. Let's work together and help you create the life, impact, and income that you were made for.